Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Align with Alexa, and welcome to my mat today. We're going to be going through a brief vinyasa flow. We'll start off with a guided meditation here. So whenever you're ready, you can just get comfortable and find yourself an easy seat, keeping your legs crossed. You can have your hands up to receive or down to ground. And we'll get started just finding that natural rhythm in our breath, trying to sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears, keeping your spine nice and upright, just coming into touch with your natural inhales and exhales here. We'll move on to our Ujjayi breathing, or the victorious breath here. So you can take an inhale through your nose. You're going to exhale through your nose, keeping your throat slightly closed and trying to act like you're going to fog up a mirror with your breath. So inhale, fill up. Exhale. Coming into your natural rhythm for a few breaths here. This is also referred to as the ocean breath because that exhale should sound like the waves of the ocean. So just trying to keep your mind calm as those thoughts are popping in. Just push them off to the side for later. Right now, all that matters is just staying here on your mat and focusing on your breath. We'll take another inhale here, fill up. Exhale through your nose, let it all go. One more inhale. And this time, exhale through your mouth. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly roll around, wiggle those fingertips, open your eyes, or you can keep them closed, soft gaze, whatever feels good for you. And we'll get ready to move into our warm up. So you can inhale and bring those arms up overhead. And on an exhale, you can bring your left arm in front, right arm behind for a seated twist. We'll take 3 breaths here like we will in most of the asanas today. One more here, inhale. Exhale, let it all go. You can bring your arms back overhead and we'll repeat on the opposite. So right arm is in front, left arm behind. Gaze is over that left shoulder. One more breath. And then we'll bring the arms back overhead on an inhale. Exhale, bring them back down and we'll get ready to flip over into a tabletop position as we get ready to take our cat-cows. Once you're in a comfortable position here, we'll start off with an inhale. You can drop the belly, gaze goes high for a cow. On an exhale, arch the spine, look between your thighs for a cat. We'll go through about 5 of these at your natural breath here. So just trying to connect those inhales with your cow and the exhales with your cat. You can feel free to add in some rocking forward and backward as you see I'm doing here, whatever feels good for your hips. No need to rush through these. Feel free to go at your own pace, just trying to slowly open and close. Last one, inhale, cow. Exhale for the cat. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your knees up wide. Sink your hips back, walk those fingertips up towards the top of your mat and let your forehead drop down to your mat. We'll take an extended child's pose here. So just falling back into your breath, keeping those elbows up off the mat. Maybe you can walk your hands out a little further here. Take a second to give yourself some gratitude for showing up today and being here. Just you and your mat. Take one more last breath. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly roll back up to a tabletop position. We'll get ready to take our balancing tables. Feel free to cat-cow the spine if that's what feels good for you. Try to find that neutral pelvis alignment, flat back here. Reach your left arm forward and kick your right leg back, trying to bring a straight line from your fingertip to your toe. Option here to reach over with that arm for the foot. for a twist, taking 3 breaths, and then we'll slowly release and return back to our neutral tabletop. Repeating on the opposite side here, so bring your right arm forward, kick your left leg back, again aiming for a straight line, and then whenever you're ready, you can reach back over that shoulder for your toes, trying to pull your foot up as much as you can. Gaze is back over that right shoulder, and then slowly release the foot and come back down to a tabletop position. From here, we'll thread the needle. So on an inhale, reach your right arm high, and then you're going to thread it between your left arm and knee, bringing your ear to the mat and reaching your left arm up towards the top of your mat. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. Last one. Let it all go. Slowly push yourself back up to neutral, and we'll repeat. So bring your left arm high, exhale, thread it through your left ear to the mat and reaching that right arm high. Just feel everything in your side body here opening up. One more breath. And then slowly push back up to that tabletop. Feel free to cat-cow the spine. Keep your left shin down on the mat and step your right foot between your hands. Keep your left hand down on the mat and reach that right arm up overhead for a twist here. We'll take 3 breaths. And then bring the hand back, step the foot back. We'll repeat on the opposite. So step your left foot between your hands here. Right arm is going to stay down. Left arm reaches high, twisting. Gaze is up towards that left thumb. Take one more breath. And then slowly bring your left hand back down to the mat and step your left foot back. From here, you can tuck your toes and we'll press back for our first downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet here, stretch out the hamstrings, whatever feels good. Trying to press that sternum back towards your knees. Then you can walk your hands back, reach for opposite elbows, and we'll take a ragdoll. So you can just slowly rock your body weight to the left, to the right, forward, backward, whatever feels good here. Keeping that soft bend in your knees and just trying to stretch through that posterior chain. You can bring your hands to the mat, take a slow roll all the way up, and we'll bring the arms overhead. Exhale through heart center, hands by your side for Tadasana. And then we'll slowly inchworm those hands back out into a high plank. And from here, you can drop your knees. We'll take a modified chaturanga, so keeping the elbows tucked in, lower down, and then press up for a cobra. Keeping those thighs on the mat. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll shift back, tuck the toes, and meet me back in downward facing dog. We'll get ready for a sun salutation, so you can look towards the top of your mat, bend your knees, and try to hop to meet your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Bring them through heart center, down by your side for Tadasana. So you can reach up, inhale, arms overhead, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back to plank. Slowly lower down for a chaturanga. Lift up, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, plank. Shift your weight forward, lower down chaturanga. Flip your toes, lift your thighs up dog. Press back down dog. Left foot's going to step forward between your hands here. Lift, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, high plank, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, flip your toes, up dog, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, high plank, lower down for chaturanga. Flip your toes, up dog, and shift back for downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, almost there, guys. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to try hopping back. So bend your knees, hop back to down dog, shift forward to high plank, lower down chaturanga, flip your toes for up dog, press back downward facing dog. We're going to hop forward. So look to the top, bend your knees and hop. You can halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Bring the hands through heart center and back out by your side for Tadasana. Nice job, guys. On your next inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, high plank. Shift forward, lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your toes, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Bring your right leg high, bend your knee, open up the hip, take ankle circles one way and then the other. Step it forward. We'll press up to a warrior one. Breath here. And then tee out the arms and you can open up into a warrior two. Back foot is parallel to your mat. Arms are long. Gaze is over that top finger. Swivel the arms, step back, shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, press back, downward facing dog. Bring your left leg high, bend the knee, open up the hip, ankle circles one way, and then switch it to the other side. Step your foot forward between your hands, and we'll press up for a warrior one. Arms are up overhead, elbows hugging your ears, sinking forward into your front knee. And you can open up and into a warrior two. Back foot comes parallel. You can walk it out a little bit. Gaze is over that top middle finger. And then when you're ready, we'll cartwheel the hands to frame that front foot. Step back to high plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, step your right foot forward between your hands. Open up into a warrior two. Arms are long. Reverse warrior here, so act like you're going to high five a wall behind you. That left arm glides down your back thigh. Bring that right arm to your thigh for a side angle, left arm high. If you want, you can go into an extended side angle. And feel free to take a bind here if you'd like. We'll take 3 breaths here, really trying to open up that chest, twisting a little deeper. Maybe you can sink a little deeper into that front knee. Bring the arms back, swivel up for a warrior two. Hands cartwheel, and we'll flow it through. So chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We'll repeat on the opposite side. So left foot is going to come between your hands whenever you're ready. Press up for a warrior two. Take a breath here. And then we'll flip it and reverse that warrior. So right hand goes back down your thigh, left arm is high. Gaze is up towards the left hand. Come forward for a side angle. If you want, you can drop the hand to the mat on the inside of your foot for an extended side angle. And again, feel free to take a bind here for 3 breaths. Exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. Press up for a warrior two and flow it through. So cartwheel the hands, plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, exhale downward dog. Okay, here we go. Right leg is going to come high. 3-legged dog. I want you to kick it forward, touch your right tricep, kick it back out. Bring your knee in again, knee to nose cheetah. Kick it back out for a 3-legged dog. And then whenever you're ready, you can flip your dog here. So stepping that right leg over and opening up into the side body here. Right arm reaching high. Last breath, and then you can bring your right hand back to the mat, kick that right leg back up into a three-legged dog, and now this time we'll step that foot forward in between the hands. Press up for a warrior two here, arms are long, gaze is over that front arm. One more breath. And then from here, I want you to try to step that left leg forward, hold here, arms come up overhead, and then we can shift that weight forward, kicking that leg behind us for a warrior three, trying to reach it high, arms are long. And then when you're ready, step that back foot out and swivel around. We'll take a wide leg forward fold here. So you can clasp your hands behind your back, shine your chest. On an exhale, you can fold, flip the arms overhead, taking a few breaths here. You can bend your knees, straighten your knees. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the arms down to the mat. Feel free to walk your feet out a little bit wider and just really try to fold yourself down, trying to use your hands, pulling your upper body down to meet your knees. You can inhale and lift forward. We'll bring the hands to the hips and slowly roll up. Swivel your feet and step it back forward. We'll repeat on the other side. So on an inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back to a high plank. Shift forward, lower down chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can bring your left leg high for a three-legged dog. Bring your knee, touch that left tricep, kick it back out. This time, bring it forward, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Kick it back out, three-legged dog. Option here to flip your dog. So you're going to flip your whole body over, reaching that left arm behind you. Gaze is up towards that left arm. Take one more breath, and then slowly bring your arm back to the mat. Kick back to a three-legged dog. This time, foot comes between the hands, and we'll press up to a warrior two. Take a breath. And then from here, I want you to try to maintain your balance. Bring your right knee forward, knees up, arms are high. Hold here. And then slowly shift your weight forward. Arms go long, leg kicks back, and we'll shoot for a warrior three here. Trying to press your toes out long. And then when you're ready, step your back foot back. We'll swivel the toes. We'll take a goddess pose here. So cactus your arms, toes are out wide, and slowly sink down into a squat here. Shine your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together here. One more breath. You can bring your hands to your knees for a twisted goddess here. So just dropping the shoulders, twisting your torso here. And then when you're ready, we'll go for another forward fold. So bring the hands to the mat. And just try to pull your upper body down between your thighs, looking between your legs. Again, feel free to walk your legs out wider here. You can flip your hands. And then we'll slowly roll back up, swivel the feet, and step it forward. If you're still with me, nice job. I know that was a lot, but really, really good job. Feel free to grab a drink, take a break, and meet me back on your mat for some of our balancing postures. We'll take a tree pose here, so rooting down through your left foot, keeping it on the mat. You can bring your right foot up and on the inside of your inner thigh. With hands in prayer, we can reach them up overhead and grow our branches here, trying to find something to focus on that's not moving. See if you can open up that hip just a little wider. One more breath here. And then you can slowly bring those arms back through heart center. And then I want you to take that right foot, cross it over your left knee, and we'll take a figure four chair here. So you can keep your hands in prayer and just see if you can sink a little deeper into that chair pose on that left leg. One last breath here. And then we can slowly lift back up, bring the right leg out. Feel free to shake it out and bring it back down to the mat. We'll get ready to repeat on the other side. So right foot stays rooted down, left foot comes on the inside of the thigh here. You can bring your hands to heart center, and whenever you feel balanced, bring them up overhead, open your arms wide, and grow those branches. We'll take a couple more breaths here, finding something stable to focus on. And then we'll slowly bring the hands back together, bring them down and through heart center. And then take that left foot, keep it up. You're going to cross it over your right knee and slowly sink down like you're sitting in a chair, trying to keep your balance here. Hands come back into prayer. Maybe you can sit a little deeper here. One last breath. Let it go. You can remove that left foot, bring it back to the mat, and then exhale for a forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift. And feel free to take a crow pose, a crane, whatever arm balance feels comfortable for you. As you can see, my first crane attempt, I'm a little too sweaty and we just slipped right off. So here's to show that is a-okay. And instead I'm going to go for a crow pose. So trying to have the knees hugging those elbows, bringing your weight forward, trying to look above your mat is what helps the most for me, and bringing your toes long. And then once you're finished with all of those, we will then take a little break here in a Western forward fold. So just trying to fold from your hips. As you can see, I do not have the most flexible hamstrings. It's taken me a long time to even be able to touch my toes, but we are there. So just take a few more breaths here, just returning to that natural breath, and then slowly roll back up. Option here, feel free, if you're not comfortable, you can skip these, but if you'd like, you can feel free to take some headstands here. So I like to bring my arms out. I cradle my head and just hold my hands clasped together, and then slowly walk the feet in, and we'll press the feet up and long into that headstand, just trying to find a natural breath here, trying to tuck your pelvis under to get the legs straight up above you. And as you can see, I still sway here. I am trying for eagle legs, which were not happening. And then once you lower down and out of your headstand, just to counterbalance that, we will go into a little child's pose just to relax, return to your breath, and get ready for some of our cool down stretches and postures. I know those are not the easiest balances. As you can see, I still don't do them perfectly, but just a reminder to have some patience with yourself and keep trying them. So moving into our cool down, we'll send the legs long. You can bring your right leg over and then try to bring your left elbow to twist around to meet your right knee. So that your gaze is going to be over that right shoulder. Taking a few more breaths here. And then you can bring that foot back long. We'll reverse. So the left foot crosses over. Right elbow comes on the inside of the knee as we just try to twist the upper body. Gaze is now over the left shoulder. Take one more breath here. And then you can undo. So arm comes back, leg goes long. From here, I want you to slowly roll all the way back onto your back, one segment of your vertebrae at a time. Just trying to control your spine here. Feel free to just take a few breaths here if that's what your body needs. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to bring the right knee up, hugging it into our chest. So you can use your hands to try to pull that knee in a little closer, keeping your full back and lower body synced into the mat. One more breath, and then we'll kick that leg back out long. Repeat on the left, so bringing the left knee into your chest. Just hugging it in here. One more breath. And then we'll send both legs long again. And then on an inhale, you can bring both knees up, hug them into your chest, pressing your back, your pelvis, everything into the mat, giving yourself some gratitude yet again for showing up today. And then you can bring your knees wide, bring your hands reaching for the outside edges of your feet, and just slowly rock back and forth, side to side, whatever feels good here for a happy baby. I like to open and close my legs and try playing around with bending the knees and straightening them out. Just whatever last few stretches feel good here before we kick our legs out and get ready to take a Savasana. You can bring your arms down by your sides with your palms up. Let your ankles roll out, your feet going out to the sides, and just fall back into that natural rhythm of your breath again here. If any thoughts start popping up here, just try to push them off to the side. We're almost finished. Feel free to spend as much or as little time as your body feels like it needs here. And then whenever you're ready, we'll slowly roll back up into a sitting position. You can keep the eyes closed or have a soft gaze. But we'll just finish with one last breath together here. And then you can bring your hands together to a prayer. The light, the love, the student and teacher in me sees and honors the same in you. We'll bow to seal our practice. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. And if you like this video, please comment below and make sure you are subscribed to my channel for more.